Today I want to cover the first one. Love suffers long. Can we talk about that a minute? So love is, number one, willing to suffer a long time. Love is willing to suffer a long time. Well, that doesn't sound like a lot of fun, but there's several things that are being said when it says love suffers long. Okay, so some translations say love is patient, right? There are actually two Greek words for patience in the New Testament, and this one is the word. Well, let me talk about the second one, come back to the first one, and expound on it a little bit. The second word is hupomene, and I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago, or somewhere I was talking, I mentioned hupomene, H-U-O-P-O-M-E, and it means the ability to remain when things are tough, and hold your head up and smile. And that is frequently translated in the New Testament, endurance. How many know you need endurance? In fact, tribulation works patience. Hardship works patience. So somebody said, well, don't pray for patience because you'll go through a hard place. Well, that's talking about that second word. That's talking about the ability to stay up when things are tough. That's the ability not to be gloomy and drag your head on the ground and drag your chin on the ground, I meant to say, when things are hard. But it's the ability to have a proper perspective that when the clouds are obscuring, the sun is still back there, right? And that just because it's bad today doesn't mean it's going to be bad forever. That somehow God will make a way for you. Is that right? And hupomene, that the ability to endure. That's that second word for patience in the New Testament. But this first one, there's some things I like about it and some I don't. It's macrothumia. Everybody say macrothumia. Now, you'll never say that again the rest of your life probably, but it's two Greek words. One is macros. You know what we get from that? Macaroni. I know. Well, actually, it means long. Macros means long. You know, a macro, in the computer world, a long. So macro means long. And thumia means to be heated, okay? And so macrothumia means to have a long temper. Or somebody said, the ability to burn a long time. Now what is that? What's the inference? Something's aggravating you to the nth degree. And man, you're ready to let it have it. You ever been there? If you haven't been, it'll probably happen this week. Huh? You say, well, I'm never upset. If you're never upset, you don't have a brain. Huh? If you're never upset, you don't have a thought. If you're never upset, you assume the room. If you're never upset, you're a chameleon. I sit on my deck. I got this deck on the back of my house, and I got this little rocking chair thing I found. And I sit in my rocking chair and read. And here comes a little chameleon. If he's on a green plant, he turns green. If he's on a gray post, he turns gray. If he's on the brown floor, he turns brown. Have you ever met a person that whatever the room is like, that's what they are? You don't need to be that way because nobody can figure you out. Huh? So if your temper ever rises, that means you're thinking. Right? Question, does Jesus' temper ever rise? Huh? Did he ever get angry with the disciples? Did he ever get angry with the religious people? Did he ever get angry at the devil? Is there a right place for godly anger? Huh? Macrothumia, the ability to burn a long time. Well, it's the ability to hold in how you're thinking and feeling. So again, you might be a person that you really may need the Lord to minister to you. If you never get upset, something's taken away from you. Did you hear what I just said? If you never get upset about something, something's kept you from thinking for yourself. Have you ever thought about it that way? I don't think I ever in my life have said that. I can tell you, all four of my children, I promise you, they was thinking for themselves. Susan, she thinks for herself. Mitch, he thinks for himself, right? What does that mean? There are going to be situations that bring you into some angst, some upsetness, some thumia, some heated feeling. You ever had somebody talking to you and that heart rate starts, boy, and you can feel the sweat on your palms. You ever done that? Might have been this morning before you came, or on the way with the kids in the car. Right? Definition for this long-temperedness, macrothumia, to bear long with the frailties, offenses, injuries, and provocations of others without murmuring, fretting,